Right, so what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and about time, welcome back to another video in the series of the 636 rebuild series. Now, for the first time in the series, I'm actually starting the video not with the 636 in front of me, and the reason for that is a few days ago, or should I say about a week ago now, I had some paint arrive for the bike. So we got the frame colour, the swing arm and all that, and also the colour for the engine covers. Handed them over to the great guys at Dorset.Motorcycles. Amazing guys, make sure to check them out. And they've been working their magic on the bike today, so I've been getting sent some photos which I will put on the screen. Excuse my dog barking in the background. Apparently she didn't realise it's me, but yeah, I've been sent some pictures of them working their magic today, and yeah, super exciting. Big progress going to be made in this video. This video is probably going to be filmed across a few days time, as I'm kind of getting to the stage now in the rebuild where there isn't a massive amount of things to do, and with it coming into winter, I'm not really rushing it now. I want it to be perfect. Not only am I fixing it, I'm also just fixing bits of rust and stuff and restoring the bike at the same time. So yeah, that's the plan for this video. It's going to be filmed over many days, but like I said, first bit of this video is we're going to head over to Rotate and see the bike with all its fresh paint and all touched up, and yeah, should look amazing. So let's jump on the bike, head over there. Thanks for stopping by, guys. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Well, as you can see, we are in some phenomenal company. Obviously we got Rotate Motorcycles on in there, and you can see all the bikes lurking, but I mean, look at this for some company. Got the Aston Martin Vantage 600 LT over there. What a place to be. Right, so here it is. Been a little while since I've seen the bike, and it's kind of a work in progress. As you can see over here, we've got all the paints, but they've kind of just prepped it, so every little bit you see here where it's been sanded down is going to be getting obviously touched up and made to perfection. So we've got all the bits on the frame there, engine guards, you've got all the lower forks here as they were very badly scratched up. As you can see, for now the green will be getting painted at a professional body shop, so we're waiting on that for now. But what we're getting done here is all the little bits and bobs around there, like you'll see. Obviously the engine cover there as well, which has been sanded down on the bottom there, and then even little things, we're going into great detail here. Even these little scuffs that were on the swing arm here from obviously like the paddock stand. So yeah, all sanded down, all ready to go. Now it just needs the paint, and obviously we got lacquer as well. But yeah, all these little touch-ups, once we get this done, all we'll really need to do then is little bits like a service the rear master cylinder. I want to replace the horn. I don't know if I'll be able to show you in there. Horn's a bit rusty, get that replaced. I want to do something with the rear shock. I'm dying to find a rear seat cowl, as yeah, that's finding very hard to find an OEM one, and all the aftermarket ones I bought haven't fit. And then after all that, all that's left to do is get this painted, get my side fairings painted, and it will be basically all ready to go.
Clean it off like that, don't we? Just break it off. It'd be nicer as well. It was all corroded in the top of there.
How was it?
Sanded that out. They all go in where water.
Right, so there we go, hopping back on the Z900 RS. Like I said, huge thank you to Ross at Rotate for giving me the hand with that. You'll see the small little starting process of starting to spray the front forks. They're going to get lacquered over on Monday after the weekend. And right, sorry for the very sudden cut. Fast forward a few days later, and the painting has all been done on the 636. All the lacquer and everything is all done. So yeah, very excited to head on in back to Rotate Motorsports and take a look around the finished product. And then after we have a little look around, we can kind of discuss what's next for today's video and what we get done next. Right, so there you go. That is incredible. You would have seen it before and afters, and yeah, they've absolutely smashed it. To be honest, Rotate have done a perfect job, so huge thank you to them. As for the plan now, we're going to catch up with you tomorrow, as at home we have a couple little bits and bobs for the ZX6, and to be honest, it's kind of getting close to being finishing now. We haven't got loads left to do, so yeah, we'll catch up at home tomorrow, sorry, show you the bits, and then talk about the plan. And then yeah, with the bits we've got to get them here to Rotate, as Rotate are very much going to be kind of helping with the rest of the finishing touches on the bike. So yeah, huge thank you for them. Let's catch up tomorrow. Right, so this video is definitely turning into a video of cutting the clips back and forth here, there and everywhere, but we are back at the house now, and since the last video I've had this arrive off eBay. So obviously I've got the left side fairing that wasn't really too damaged from the crash. We've just got a little bit of touch-up work needing there. There's little scratches here, there and everywhere. That's cleaned up and ready to go. But now we've got this one, so it's in need of a clean. Managed to get this off eBay used, original, and there's a few little bits and bobs of marks. Got to kind of give it a clean up, figure out what are marks and what is just dirt. So yeah, we'll head downstairs, give this a clean up, see how it comes out, and then we kind of got to get all my bits and bobs together for the bike. I bought a horn here as well because mine's rusty, so like I said, we're rebuilding it and also restoring it now to make it immaculate. So I've got a nice horn to get rid of the old rusty one. This is now just going to be a spare, which is good. It's cool to have spares for the bike, really is. Finding spare parts of it isn't the easiest. And then yeah, we'll grab all the little bits and bobs of the bike we've got, and yeah, get them over to Rotate Motorsports, who's very much going to be kind of helping me finish the build. So hopefully we can film as much of it as possible. So yeah, let's head downstairs and give it a clean up and get all the bits and bobs together and get them to rotate. And also, just to kind of show how in depth I'm going with this build, even little bits and bobs like these are the bolts that did the pillion pegs and now my exhaust hanger. Mine are all rusty and old, so we've got some OEM fresh ones of that. This is just a little rubber housing that I was missing for the front cowling. There's a new fresh horn. Like I said, mine's rusty, and even you would have slightly been able to notice Rotate have been doing little bits and bobs, getting a lot of the rust out of the forks, cleaning them up a bit. Fresh bolts in the brake calipers as well, and little bits and bobs like that. So I'm going proper in depth with it, and I think at some point we need to have a proper good look around the bike and see where there's some old rusty bolts that we can replace in it. Just, you know, take our time over winter and make it absolutely perfect. there we go, it is all dried. As you will see, it looks like there has been some small repair work on the inside of the fairing, but that isn't a problem at all. We've got a few little bits there, there's a few scratches there. There's a little bit of a mark kind of around towards here as well. I haven't made it absolutely spotless, as obviously this is going to be getting repaired with whether that's a touch-up or a full respray. I'm not sure what they'll need to do, but it didn't seem worth the while of me spending hours making it absolutely perfectly clean, as obviously it's getting repaired anyway. But for the most part, that's got the main bit of dirt off of it, and yeah, that looks all good. So we'll get some bits and bobs out of the garage. We've got a few little tubs to go through, make sure we got enough bolts for the fairings and stuff, so then we can make a plan of what we need. And then yeah, we'll get it all together, show you everything that's going to be going to rotate, and yeah, then it'll be time to really get towards the final stages of the build. I've ordered a couple little bits as well. I've ordered some new LED indicators. I've also ordered some, they're kind of flush built-in ones, so they'll sit quite nicely on the fairing. I've also ordered some upgraded bulbs for the front headlights, as yeah, they look pretty outdated now, so they should come soon hopefully as well. Right, so there we go, I've got my box of bolts and all that kind of stuff ready. All these little bits and bobs here, the inner fairings, and this is kind of the front part that connects to both sides of fairing. They're all a bit kind of so I think I've got to kind of try and find replacements for these potentially, or see if they can be resprayed or something maybe. But yeah, they're all a bit kind of but other than that, we've got the fairings ready to go. So the next step, like I said, is literally get it all to rotate. Right, so this video is definitely turning into a very full video with cuts between day and day, but this is long in the making. Finally, we have a package here, which is very exciting. It is a part that I've been looking for since I bought the bike, so 6 months in the making. I've tried ordering this part multiple times from Japan for an original one. Both times the order goes through and then a few days later you get an email saying it's no longer made. I've tried loads of aftermarket ones, Max, expensive ones, cheap Chinese, cheap AliExpress, and not one has fit right. And finally I have found one, so let's get this unboxed and yeah, see what it is. Yes, here it is. I'm sure you could guess, as you've heard me waffle on about it a million times. Obviously it isn't the right colour, and obviously it isn't quite in perfect condition, but that is not a problem at all, as of course this is going to be getting painted. But as you can see, it looks like it might have already actually been painted from a green originally, which is a bit annoying, as that's the colour we obviously need it in. But you'll just about be able to see under there, it is made in Japan. This is original. So yeah, I'm super excited. So excited for the fact we're going to head straight over to rotate and make sure this fits, and in the process we're going to pick up another little part from Bournemouth Kawasaki along the way. But yeah, fingers crossed this fits perfectly, and then we can get it painted up with the rest of the bike. Right, so there we go, guys. That is just about going to wrap up this episode of the 636 rebuild. Sorry it's been a bit all over the place. Sorry we haven't technically done much in terms of actually working on the bike, but it's kind of, you know, a bike of this age. It's a bit of a process. One, for finding the parts, but also just financially getting all the bits for it. So it's kind of been a step-by-step process of just getting the parts. But now that the bike is here at Rotate, the process now is literally the very next video you see on the rebuild series. We are going to be coming here for a whole day. All the fairings are going to be going off for painting, the front cowling, the rear seat. That's all going to be getting done very soon. And then the next video is literally going to be putting it all back together and finishing the bike. So yeah, it's super exciting. It's taken a little bit of time, a couple months, but all the hard work put into the bike is going to have paid off, and it's already looking much better than it did. And yeah, super excited that in the next video it will be finished. Massive thank you to Dorset.Motorcycles. So yeah, look forward to seeing you guys next time. Look forward to showing you the finished product. I mean, I'm just so excited to have it back, and back even better than it was. It's going to be absolutely perfect, way better than it was even before I crashed it. So yeah, super exciting. So stay tuned for that video coming next. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for plenty more videos like this to come, and I look forward to seeing you next time.